I'm Griff Robodanger, and once again, I'm going to be taking your favorite characters, and I'm going to make them say messed up things.
Oh no.
Now, I've done one of these videos before. If you haven't seen that one, the link is down in the description. Basically, here's how it goes. I'm going to take iconic lines and scenes from horror movies and feed them through the Uberduck.ai voice website. This site features characters from TV, movies, animation, video games, and just about everything else. You can use this site to make these characters say whatever you want. And in this case, I'm gonna make them say things they probably definitely would never say otherwise, because
I'm a monster
whose mind has been corrupted by thousands of horror movies, and I think it's hilarious. Now, before we get started, I need to get this out of the way. Kids, if you clicked on this video to see cute characters doing wholesome things, this is not that video. This video contains scary stuff and bad words, or if you're grown up and seeing your precious childhood memories get demolished, might upset you or totally bum you out, please do yourself a favor and watch this video instead. This one's probably fine. Otherwise, enjoy the show. Skeletronico, let's go! First up is this creepy line from The Hitcher.
You want to know what happens to an eyeball when it gets punctured? You got any idea how much blood jets out of a guy's neck when his throat's been slit?
Now, Rutger Hauer is great, but what if this line was said by SpongeBob SquarePants?
You want to know what happens to an eyeball when it gets punctured? You got any idea how much blood jets out of a guy's neck when his throat's been slit?
Is Patrick in on this? Next up, we have some dialogue from the 90s vampire classic From Dusk Till Dawn.
What, were they psychos or?
They look like psychos? Is that what they looked like? They were vampires. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are.
Let's see that scene played out with Rick and Morty.
What? Were they psychos or?
Did they look like psychos? Is that what they looked like? They were vampires. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are.
Okay, our next selection is from Halloween 2.
I shot him 6 times. I shot him 6 times. I shot him in the heart. He's not human.
You know what I think would make a good Dr. Loomis? Gru from Despicable Me.
I shot him 6 times. I shot him 6 times. I shot him in the heart. He's not human.
You know, I want to do another one of these, but this time with a line from Halloween 4.
You're talking about him as if he were a human being. That part of him died years ago.
And once again, Gru.
You're talking about him as if he were a human being. That part of him died years ago.
Honestly, I feel the same way about those minions. Our next scene is provided to us by Bruce Campbell playing Ash in Army of Darkness.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick. It's a 12-gauge double-barreled Remington. S-Mart's top of the line.
Now what if that scene was played out by Kermit the Frog?
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. You see this? This is my boomstick. A 12-gauge double-barreled Remington. S-Mart's top of the line.
You know, I want to run that scene one more time, but this time with Fred Flintstone.
All right, you primitive screwheads. Listen up. You see this? This is my boomstick. The 12-gauge double-barreled Remington. S-Mart's top of the line.
Okay, our next line comes from The Silence of the Lambs.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Just for something different, let's see this line played by another weirdo, Dwight Schrute from The Office.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Next up is a classic one-liner from the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
For you video game fans out there, I would like to hear what this line would sound like coming from Resident Evil Village's Lady Dimitrescu.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
That Nancy is one lucky gal. Let's see another round of these, this time with a line from A Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
How's this for a wet dream?
Lady D, do you want to do the honors again?
How's this for a wet dream?
You're welcome. Now let's take a look at a scene from one of my favorite 80s vampire movies, The Lost Boys.
Now you know what we are. Now you know what you are. You'll never grow old, Michael. And you'll never die. But you must feed.
Now, Kiefer Sutherland is great in this role, but Maybe they should have cast an actual vampire, like the Count from Sesame Street.
Now you know what we are. Now you know what you are. You will never grow old, Michael, and you will never die. But you must eat.
What was that again?
But you must eat.
Gotcha. Now let's check out this scene from the original Friday the 13th.
Good to Camp Blood, ain't you?
God damn it, Ralph, get out of here. Go on, get. Leave people alone.
You'll never come back again.
Oh, shut up, Ralph.
It's got a death curse.
I'd like to see this scene played out with the Scooby Gang.
You're going to Camp Blood, ain't you?
God damn it, Shaggy, get out of here. Go on, get. Leave people alone.
You'll never come back again.
Oh, shut up, Shaggy.
It's got a death curse.
Okay, I want to see this again, this time with Beavis and Butthead, but with a little bit of a twist to the dialogue.
You're going to Camp Blood, ain't you?
Damn it, Beavis. Get out of here. I'm trying to score.
You'll never come back again.
Shut up, Beavis.
It's got a death curse.
Our next scene comes from the movie Jaws.
You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, doesn't seem to be living until he bites you. And those black eyes roll over white, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. The ocean turns red, and in spite of all the pounding and the hollering, they all come in and they rip you to pieces.
Now that's an amazing speech. What would it sound like coming from Winnie the Pooh?
You know, a thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, doesn't seem to be living until he bites you, and those black eyes roll over white. And then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. The ocean turns red. In spite of all the pounding and the hollering, they all come in and they rip you to pieces.
Now let's check out this line from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I just can't take no pleasure in killing. There's just some things you gotta do. Don't mean you have to like it.
All right, My Little Pony fans, here's Apple Bloom.
I just can't take no pleasure in killing. There's just some things you gotta do. Don't mean you have to like it.
Now let's go to Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
You got one choice, boy. Sex or the saw. Sex is, well, nobody knows. But the saw is family.
Now who better to deliver this line than Mater from the Cars movies?
You got one choice, boy. Sex or the saw. Sex is, well, nobody knows. But the saw. The saw is family.
Well, that gives a whole new meaning to get her done. Next up is a classic scene from the movie Scream.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance, number 1, you can never have sex. Sex equals death, okay? Number 2, you can never drink or do drugs. The sin method. The sin is an extension of number 1. And number 3, never, ever, ever, under any circumstances say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back. I'll get another beer, you want one? Yeah, sure. I'll be right back.
Let's see that scene, this time Disney-fied.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance, number 1, you can never have sex. Big no-no. Big no-no. Sex equals death, okay? Number 2, you can never drink or do drugs. A sin factor. It's a sin. It's an extension of number 1. And number 3, never, ever, ever under any circumstances say, I'll be right back, because you want to be back.
I'm getting another beer. You want one?
You sure?
I'll be right back.
For legal reasons, I have to point out that those characters were Ricky Rat and Smoofy and had nothing to do with any of the Disney beloved characters that, I'm saying it, okay, Jesus. Okay, here's a great line from Hellraiser's Pinhead.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
I want to bring back one of my favorites from the last video. This is Barney.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
Oh, Barney, you creepy purple bitch. And finally, this is a scene from American Psycho.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Okay, please don't hate me, but I want to see this scene played out by beloved star Mr. Rogers.
I like to dissect girls.
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Oh god, okay. That about wraps this one up. If you like this video, you might want to consider watching one of these other videos that's around me, or hitting the subscribe button that's somewhere around me, because then you can check out all the other content I have on my channel. A lot of it is stuff like this, so if you like this one, maybe you like that too. I don't know. Thanks for watching, and until next time, later, Danger Seekers.